couple of weeks ago, I read the Hypermedia Systems book by Carson Gross and several other authors. And the book is a showcase of the htmx library. It is an homage to the hypertext media concepts, and part of the book walks you through a sample application that starts out as a vanilla HTML app and then progressively enhances it through htmx patterns. In order to better learn htmx, I've decided to take that app and translate it into a ColdFusion context. So essentially, I start out with a completely vanilla ColdFusion app and then iteratively enhance this ColdFusion app with htmx features based on the steps that Carson and others take in the book. It's a very simple app. All you can do is come in and add some contacts. You'll see here that I can edit them. Sorry, I'm not too good at typing today. I can come in, I can delete, and these are all doing full postbacks to the ColdFusion server. I have 100 contacts that you can quickly generate so you can see the full breadth here. And again, this is the full HTML and ColdFusion version. But if we go back to the root here, I start to enhance it. So the first step is to add hx boost, and you'll look on our body element, you can see hx boost equals true. And what this means now is that the htmx library is going to step in and start ajaxifying our request. So if we start to click around, add contact, cancel contact, look at a contact, we can edit, we can delete. You can see here that these are being made through Ajax, and htmx is replacing the full contents of the page. That was the very first step. I'm not going to iterate through all the steps, but all to say that we do things like we deal with infinite scrolling. So you'll see that items are loading here as I'm scrolling down. What are some of the other interesting ones? We add a loading indicator for search. So now if I do a search, you'll see that I artificially slow it down so I can show the loading indicator for a few seconds. And then that finally pops up. We do things like lazy loading the contact count. So that's an expensive call, again, artificially being slowed down. And because of that, you'll see that things like pagination actually don't refresh the count because it is expensive and we don't want to have to refresh it on all of the pages. Let's see, what else do we do? We add a delete button here to the inline rows. And you'll see in this case, I'm using the htmx request to do that on the back end or background, sorry, and then just mark these rows as being deleted. We add a bulk delete at some point here. So let's say we want to get rid of all of the Charleses. We can scroll down here to the bottom and delete these selected contacts, confirmation, and you'll see that the Charleses are gone. You'll see that that works on pagination as well. So we can do something like we could search for all the Ellas and get rid of all the Bellas, and we can delete those. And we're still in this search and pagination. And then as a final step here, we have a download contacts feature at the very bottom. And what you'll see, let me open up the network request for this as well, that this is going to start making requests and then polling the server looking for updates to that generating of a JSON file. Obviously, generating a JSON file would be instantaneous, so this is all just theater. I'm just slowing it down to explore the htmx stuff, but then you'll see that I can download that file. So this was just an iterative, stepwise application of the steps Carson's taking in the book. I'm translating it to ColdFusion. It's all up on GitHub if you want to take a look. This was mostly for me, but I thought it might be fun to share it as well. The htmx library does seem really, really cool, and it definitely requires a bit of a mindset shift, but I'm liking just how interesting some of these things can get with relatively low effort.